Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Hello? I can't hear you. Now I can hear you. I can't hear you. Oh, sorry. Sorry, my beautiful people on YouTube. I am so sorry. I am so, so, so sorry. Welcome to this last episode of Ngenxa Yothando series. Today we are doing the last episode, and I'm quickly going to be doing a wrap up of what we have been doing all this time, what this journey has been about all this time. So, um, okay, sorry about that. I see that for some time, because now it's the first time I'm doing this. It's the first time where I'm sharing from Zoom. So yeah, I think there's quite a delay between Zoom and YouTube. But in any case, I'm just going to go ahead and with our session, and then with the trusting that it is going to be broadcasted properly on the other side, and it's coming. But I see that we are on there. So today I'm just doing the I tell you, technology, I tell you. I trust that you can hear me properly, simple on your side. Okay, no, thank you. Although on my side I can't hear you, but because I'm still doing a summary of what we have spoken about before I let you in, to just give our viewers or the audience what has spoken mostly on you for you on the session, as we have asked that today we are doing the summary of what we have spoken about this far, and then we're going to be. Okay, so I see what was happening. While I'm busy here, the on the YouTube it's playing. So it's, yeah, sorry about that. So as I was saying, yeah, today I'm learning something new, and for me, it's very difficult to be learning new things, you know. But yeah, I'm glad that today I'm doing it. I'm always invited to come and speak on Zoom, and people are broadcasting on YouTube, and I didn't know how they do it. Today I've learned a new skill. So, what has this series been about? This series, the purpose of this series, when this series started, or how it came about, was to help us as individuals to get to understand our own journeys in these relationships, as to even why we even attract the people that we end up attracting into our lives. Most importantly, to understand yourself, because what I actually tell people is that your relationship starts with you. Any relationship starts with self. There's no us without me. There's no we without us. So before we even get to that point where we start getting to understand ourselves even better, like the other partner, it is very important to even understand ourselves very, 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 very well. Now, through this series, I shared some of the things that I know they are of importance. They are very key in when it comes to you understanding and your own journey, understanding who you are, and understanding what you are here for, and understanding most importantly why you even connect with the people that you are connecting with. This series was for people, mostly for people that are already in relationships, people that are already married, people that believe in love, although they do not have, they are not in a relationship as yet, but they do believe in love. So those were the people that this series were meant for. And as just again, um, this series is also to help all individuals to understand this thing called love at a deeper level. So we are going to be joined by two ladies that are going to be giving their testimony after I've done the summary of what the series altogether, from episode 1, what we spoke about in episode 1 until episode 12. And then they are going to share with us what spoke to them mostly, what was the most important things, that the key things that they learned through the series. And I've also got one person who has sent through their a thing via a written note, and they've asked, actually they wanted to be here, but unfortunately because of other commitments and the time between what is happening, what we are doing now, and the other commitment, so they decided, okay, let them rather send a written note. So I'm going to read it out loud as well. So in episode 1, that is the episode where I was sharing on where did you and this person meet. And there is what I shared on that series, on that episode, a particular episode, was what is important about why you guys met where you met. What is the purpose of you even meeting there? I made an example with us, me and my husband. We met at a taxi rank, and where both of us were going to work, and what is the purpose of this. A taxi is a mode of vehicle, it's a mode of transportation that takes you from point A to point B. Now what that meant, or for me in my relationship, it meant that there is going to be a work involved in me getting from point A to point B. This particular relationship with this person is going to move me from where I was when I met him to where I'm supposed to be. It is helping me through that journey. So I show you, that's what we're talking about. What is the purpose? So for you as the viewer, it is important to go and check. What is where did you guys meet, and what is the purpose? I know one of our listeners at that time was saying that they met at a club, and they thought that it's because a club, it's a place where people are drunk and so forth. They thought then there's nothing, but there's more to that, because what does the club provide for the people that come there? It is not people who just want to come and get drunk, but even the people that are coming there, there's a purpose that they come there. They want to get to a space where they will feel comfortable to be with themselves, to to be themselves and express themselves in a certain in a more in an environment that doesn't restrict them in somehow. So those are the type of things that we looked in episode 1. Then we went on to episode 2 when I was asking wena ungubani, who are you? You as a person. And most of the time when we are asked that, who are you? The first thing that we say, ukuthi mina, we talk about all the good things that we know about ourselves, and we do not talk about the other aspects, which is the things that you have gone through, because the things that you have gone through, they also have got an impact as to why you even attracted this person that you are with. For an example, with me, I was not raised by both my biological parents, and what transpired or what became interesting was that even my husband as well, because that time he was a boyfriend, there's a very same thing, what similar thing was happening with him. And meaning that both of us, we were raised outside of our immediate family or biological families. That is one of the things that, and that on its own, for you that is in a relationship, why this is important, it's important because it gives you an idea about the person that you are involved, as to what wounds this person is carrying, what baggage, because most of the time when we talk about baggage, we think of children, but it goes beyond that. So that was episode 2. Episode 3, we were speaking about what is it that you know about this person. Where now, what is it that you know? And if you do not know, what are the most important things that you've got to know about this person? Some of the things that we shared on in that episode was why it's important to even understand this person, who, if the name that they carry, they were given, who gave them that name, were they given the name after somebody, and what so forth, because it's important for you to also understand the type of person that you are working with. Because if you are working with somebody who is in their, by the way, in their culture, or how they were raised, or how their culture is, or how in their tradition, where maybe they follow certain rituals or certain beliefs. For an example, where, or I know other people, they will say, but bayareyelwa ka Sesotho, which means you get named after a certain person. So now there's a reason other families, they do that. Actually, they'll tell it. I know my pastor once said to me, the reason they do that in their own, in their side, is to, it's like they are those people, they are awakening the spirit of that person who has passed on, to make sure that it's still alive within them. So it's important to know those things. Hence that episode 3, we were talking about wazini ngaye. There's, to get more details as to more what all other things we needed to know, because you also needed to know if this person is of royalty, and what does it mean to even you, to for you, that on its own, even yourself, what does it mean? So those are the things that we spoke about on episode 3. Episode 4, uzele kuphi, meaning where is it that you planted the seeds? Where is it that you planted the seeds, or you received the seeds? Meaning that where is it where you got impregnated, or you impregnated somebody? Because wherever that is as well, that is a huge part and parcel of your journey and your mission of why it's here, because you did not just choose just in J. There is a reason, even if it was maybe the kids were born out of, or the child was born out of rape or something like that. There is also a reason for that. So it's important to even understand those situations. And most importantly, the other person, if it is you, the other person must know about them, and vice versa, you, the other person. It is important to know these things so that you know what type of person that you are getting yourself involved with. And as importantly, episode 4, 5, we were looking at uthunywe kuphi, meaning that looking at just those 5 aspects, where have you been sent? That episode was happening just before a New Year's 2021. It was the last Tuesday of 2020, where we're looking at what is the mission, what is your own mission being on this earth, looking at the place that you, as the place where you are born, the family that you were born within, the type of environment that you were born within, the things that had happened, your names, and then so forth. That is what we looked at, because that also gives you an indication about where you are and where you are supposed to be going with your own journey. Then episode 6, we spoke about inkinga yabantwana abazalwe ekhaya. Like myself, Unfortunately, some of us, we are not one of those people that God was able to be disciplined and hold themselves until they get into a marriage or even have the kids with one partner. Some of us, we decided that we are going to come and explore. We decided we're going to explore, and as a result, me myself, I'm one of the kids that are born out of wedlock. And as because my mother never got married, and all of us have got different fathers, so that on its own, it says a lot about me towards my partner, the person that I'm with. All this I'm sharing, or what we were sharing, so that you also get to understand the person that you are with in your own relationship, including going forward. If you are not, you will know what are the things that you need to be conscious and be aware of, so that by the time you say I do, you know what is it that you are saying I do to. You don't just be taken by surprise. So there we're looking at the challenges that these kids that are born out of wedlock, they come across with, what challenges they get faced with, what is it that, as just being in that situation, what is it already that you come with as a child, as a person, as an individual. So already some of the people, they will thinking, I'm with an abusive partner, but they don't understand that that very same partner that is abusive, they get triggered by maybe something, not that when you are doing it to them, but something triggers certain things. Maybe it's what their mother, if it's a man, what their mother used to feel when they were pregnant with them, and all they had, the mother all used to hear was that how they are not good enough, and so forth and so forth. And this child bonded with the mother. They bonded. Now when the child with the boy comes, now he's a man, he's meeting you, you keep telling them that you are a mama's boy, you are whatever, then you keep reminding them of the wound that they are not at times even conscious of. So that is what we're looking at episode 6, when we're looking at the problems that are faced by the children that are born out of wedlock. Episode 7, we looked at our religion, yini inkolelo yakho or inkolelo yenu. First yourself and the other person, your belief system and your religion. What is it that you believe in? Because at the same time, it is also very important, especially when it comes to these things, culture, religion. Those things are very important. They contribute a huge aspect to how you shape and your relationship gets shaped up. Episode 8, we then were looking at the both of you collectively, ukuthi as the couple, it doesn't matter if you are just dating, or you are married, or you're about to get married, but the both of you looking at all these aspects before that has been shared. Where are you sent? What is it that you are sent for? For an example, with me and my husband, you really look at both our stories. We did not come from a stable family. So what we were both, we are here for, is to build strong families, strong familyhood, and we will do that in our own different ways. For an example, Mina, I do this by helping people, coaching people and stuff like that, but he does not do it that way. He does it in a way where he is invested into the well-being of each and every family member. And when I'm saying each and every family member, I'm not talking only about his family. I'm talking about my family. I'm talking about the family that raised him. I'm talking about all the different families, including the people that we are with in church. He is very vested in their well-being. So he's got his own way of reaching out to people and doing this mission that we are both brought together, which is to rebuild and bring what we did not receive, but bring it because we also received it outside. So it's important also to also go and do that. So your episode 8 was you getting to know where were both of you sent. Episode 9 was the most painful, ukuthi abazali benu bayisima kanjani kini, meaning ukuthi how are your individual relationships with your own parents, either biological parents or adoptive parents. How are those how is that relationship? Because that relationship on its own also have an impact on the your own relationship. Because if you are married to somebody or you are dating somebody who is who is a family, what do they call it, a family oriented person, that particular person, if you are dating that type of a person, that type of a person, I'm guaranteeing you, they will always put family first. So if there will be instances where you will feel offended because now this person is busy putting the family first, and actually you'll find that the mother or even the father or their family they have always, like, they get themselves involved in your relationships. Now you've got to understand, if in that episode I was sharing what are the things that to look out to and how to work around that situation so that it doesn't affect your relationship negatively, but it affects it positively or in a good way that it's supposed to be. That was episode 9. Episode 10, and then that is where we're talking about what is it that you do nenzani ngezingane eniza nazo in the relationship, meaning that what do you do when you with the kids that you come with into the relationship. Though in that particular episode we spoke to both the people that have got kids. Both of them have got kids, which is like in my case and my husband, what we call blended family. And then we also spoke about the people where you as the person, you come into the relationship and you don't have kids, but the other partner has got the kids. And then how then you had to look into that, and what is it that you are called to do, and what is it that you can do so that it can help your guys' relationship to become better and stronger. Episode 11 was also looking at the parents. With as parents, nitshala ini ezinganeni zenu, which is what seeds are you planting in your child's mind, in your child's perspective, in your child's behaviors, through your own actions, through your own things that you say about each other, through how you as your own relationship are behaving towards each other or to what other people. What are the things that you say in front of your kids about other people and stuff? What seeds? Because the challenge that we are faced with as society at this present moment is that many of us have been planting seeds of what we do not want to eat, of the fruits that we do not want to eat. And now, because we are here and we are reaping the repercussions of the fruits of our own doing, we want to blame the other people. But the effect of the matter is that we have been planting seeds. And what is those seeds that we have been planting? Because even if you are planting whatever seed, guys, this I cannot stress enough. You cannot plant a seed of an orange and reap a banana. There is just no way. You can never plant a chaos and reap peace. It doesn't work like that. When you reap chaos, it doesn't matter what the chaos that you are planting. It is maybe with your own mother or with your own child. That chaos, you are going to reap it some way, somehow in your life, because that's the seed that you are planting and you are going to eat those fruits. So that is what we did on episode 11, which is very, very important as parents to become conscious of what is it that we are doing and what is it that because whatever that we are doing, if you are not a parent as yet, good for you. When you get this information up front, then it's good for you, because then you will know what to look up to and look towards. Then the last episode, then that is where we looked at ukuthi wena or nina nithunywe ubani. Now that you are here, who has sent you? Who are these people or this person that has orchestrated that you guys meet, and why it was even important that you guys meet? So those are all the 12 episodes that we have shared, and you can go and pinpoint one and go and re-listen to it if it speaks to you. If then you can go through all the other series, all of them, and one by one, and follow through and do whatever that, because some of them have got activities that we needed to do and stuff like that. So please, 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 please go and do that for yourself. Now, I have done enough talking. I am going to allow the two beautiful ladies that are here to even to share on their side. Out of all these episodes, they just are going to introduce themselves. Mina, this is me, and then maybe they can even give us the status of where they are in terms of relationship. Am I in a relationship? I'm not. Am I single? Am I married? And then out of that, which of the episodes spoke deeply for them. So I will hand it out to you, Mpo, to share with us where, what, and who are you, what has happened, and so forth. There you, over to you. No audio. Mm-mm. Maybe you must take them out because we can't hear you. Unmute. You muted now. Say something. Yes. Yes.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Mpo Mahopa. I am a follower, yes, of Coach Noma Soto. And I am married. I am in a relationship and I have two beautiful children. And what stood for me in the series of Ngenga Yetando was I find myself in patterns and I did not understand what was happening. So I had followed through with the series, but the series that awakened me or that resonated with me was episode 4, finding out why I entered or why I married in the family that I married in, why I chose to allow to carry the seed of that family. And it connected the dots a lot for me. I also had um, an opening of understanding to find out also my bloodline that I'm from the royalty and he's from the royalty, and that gave me an awareness and a conscious now to realize how I need to carry myself and how now I need to understand the type of relationship that I also chose and agreed to be part of. So that was a huge breakthrough for me because at that point, yeah, I was at another different thinking about life, because life happens and you feel you can't take things anymore. But it brought me back to understand my roots and to understand why I married into the family that I married into. So for me, episode 4, it took the cup for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you, awesome Paul. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for coming through. And then before I give it to Manini, I'm going to quickly read what was sent by Pale Sam. And then she said, what I learned from the series and what I enjoyed learning the most was that before we came here to have a physical experience, God, the ancestors from my family and the ancestors from my partner's family had an agreement that you are never with the wrong partner and there is a purpose for your relationship. You also chose the specific partner or partners you had children with for a reason. The series also allowed me to sit back and reflect on who I am, what I am here to do, and contribute to this world. And also got a deeper understanding of ancestors and spirituality outside of my own perceptions that I already had. Thank you, Palisa, for sharing that with us. Then I'm going to allow you, Manini, to just also let us know what is the status of your relationship. Are you in a relationship? You are not single, you get kids or not, and what spoke to you the most out of the series?
Okay, good evening to everyone. I am Manini and I am in a relationship with this guy. It's been 7 years, but then we don't have kids. And what came out for me and what was more interesting was where we met because we met and like in the township, but everything happened when we were in school, because we even started to be in the same class because he failed. So he was repeating grade 10. So I was in the same class as him. And then because there was too much people in one class, they had to divide and he went out. But then because in that other class, Hono shorter two people, he then quickly told Say, I know who those people are and I'm going to fetch them. So he fetched me and my friend. He picked up the table and we were in that class already. So everything all happened at school, and it's quite exciting that I'm talking about it because I'm also realizing that school is about learning.
Mm,
So me and him was about learning about each other,
mm,
about ourselves also, and also teaching each other, because honestly I've learned a lot of things from him. And I was very I think I'm a bad communicator, because usually I'd store things and and
mm.
once I start speaking about it,
Hmm. Just as Manini was getting interesting and
we
getting
are
into the,
learning.
okay, okay, now you are back. You got frozen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was one thing that came out for me, that at school, that it's about learning new things. It's about experiencing and learning also certain things. So another one that also came out for me was wazini ngaye.
Mm.
And what I realized was that he was named after his grandfather. And I'm also named after my aunt. So so it's something that is quite interesting, because I also got to realize, Hore, in like most of the things that his grandfather used to do, he's also doing them. And I'd used to ask questions, Hore, okay, I hated the fact that he smokes.
Mm.
And when he told me, "Oh, no, my grandfather used to smoke," I'm like, oh, okay. So I started accepting that, oh, okay, it's fine. If it changes, it's fine. If it doesn't, it's okay. But I
Mm.
got to also see that this thing, ya horela bana, it's also that reincarnation of
Mm.
that person. So
Mm.
I started to see certain things in a different way, that a ka tshwanela ho di lwantsha, but I have to understand, okay, why is this happening in a certain way, and why is something else happening in a certain way. So the last one is the one, yeah, the cultures and the beliefs, because
Mm.
that is quite a very challenging one. It's a very touchy topic, because sometimes you get to be in a situation where hunti malobola, and that's when you only find out, hey, kanti in this family they're doing this. So
Mm.
for me and him, we actually have quite almost the same belief systems, Wabon, and that makes it easy for us to understand, or okay, from here, what are we expected to do. And I realize we're talking about it now is more important than getting into a situation where now you cannot do anything about it. Now it must happen. And in Ranong, there comes resentment, certain complications. So I'm very, very happy about the fact that we are on the same page, even if there are certain different things, obviously, but the fact that we communicated about it, and we were both clear, nako heso ba etsa so, okay, nako heso ba etsa so, and we didn't even have a problem with how each family did their things. So those are the most three ones that I felt like they spoke to me, like they
Mm.
really did. So I am very good. I think we need season two.
Yeah, no, we're still going to speak, or what we're going to consult, or how is season two, if it's supposed to happen, going to happen, but for me personally, I am so grateful to have embarked on this journey. And I'm grateful also to learn, to hear that I was just not speaking, like things that are making them up. there's actually other people, and I wanted people that were following the series to come and share. There's that I always get a voice note from them. There's quite a number of them, but not everyone is available. And at the same time, because of the limited time frame that we had, I just selected the ones that responded quicker than the others. So I am very, very grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As you can see, people have benefited from watching the series. They've seen things, they've started even open, it has opened them up and made them open certain things in their relationships that they were not even conscious of. So please do yourself a favor. If you do believe in love, if you do believe that one day you want to have a healthy, stable, and happy relationship, make sure that you go and watch the series, all of them, and see what you will pick up for yourself through the series. Other people were telling me that, you know what, I could not finish because I got triggered here, I got triggered here. But that is what it is meant to do. Where you get triggers, the where you get triggered, it is where you got to go and learn or unlearn certain things and relearn certain things. So it is good to also get in that space where you get triggered. So with all this being said, with all this that has been shared, I would love to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for everyone that has been following this series. Thank you for everyone that is part of my community. Thank you for everyone that has invested their time, their money, their ears, and even allowed me to pour what God has put in me in me for them and for us. So it is through also this series that I did. I also remembered how important other things are that I was also taking for granted, because some of these things they happen, they just happen unconsciously. So only when I was doing the series and emphasizing and talking about these things, and some of them get dropped to me with deeper clarity and deeper understanding, I got to even understand and cherish the work that the person that I am, and with the partner that I'm with, even with the families that I'm part of, because that does not mean that all is glory, all is all we are all happy and loving each other. This actually has also taught me what unconditional love is from the core, what unconditional love is. And this is what I wish for you. This is what I pray that you get to experience through your life. And please, please invite other people, share with other people, tell them about the series while we wait for the other part that is going to happen. Don't you know at this stage? But yeah, with the visions that has been happening, we will be yeah, getting a bigger scale and a bigger audience. So we are grateful for you to have given us this platform to share with ourselves with you. Thank you so much. Much love. Thank you, Manini. Thank you, Palesa, and thank you, Mpho, for coming through also to share your story, share what you have learned through the series and what spoke most for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I can only wish the best for you. I can only wish and trust that your relationships will become even better. And in any instance where you still find yourself, you are following the series and you get triggered, you get speak to me, connect with me via Facebook, or connect with me via Messenger, connect with me via WhatsApp, connect with me. I am available because this is also one of the work that I'm here to help you with. Other than that, sengithi mina ngenxa yothando, we are here. Ngenxa yothando, you decided to come into this life. Ngenxa yothando, you have been gifted with everything that you have been gifted. Ngenxa yothando, owalithola, owaliphiwa, owalinikezwa. So it is your time to go and express and live the best life that you can ever have. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love. Bye-bye.